Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about yet another book on Indian cinema, 100 Years to Jump Cut and Fade Outs by Shoma Chatterjee. Shoma Chatterjee is one of those few writers who are writers, film critics and academicians. Many times my film students ask me, sir, suggest us one book on Indian cinema. Let me tell you all, there is no single book available in the world which is complete on Indian cinema. There are various, but for beginners, for new film students, I would like to suggest this is the perfect book. Shoma Chatterjee gives us a detailed information and some exclusive information about how Indian film industry has begun, how Dadasaheb Phalke has taken efforts to make his own films, how was that particular era, how Ardeshir Irani and other people started making films in India, how was the film industry business on those days when there were no theatres. It was very difficult to produce a film. Only a film enthusiast can make a film. You have to have your own camera, you have to be a cinematographer, you need to know the story, you need to take the actors, you need to develop a set, you need to shoot it, you need to develop it, you need to cut the film, edit the film, assemble it and showcase it. So, film producer, film director, film exhibitor is one person. The industry was yet to be developed in different verticals. It is great to listen all these things into this book. I have made a detailed podcast on this particular book. You can check it out on my podcast channel. During silent era, Indian cinema has adopted some mythological stories, characters, and the creative artists used to shout it from the wings like a drama. They were prompting the dialogues to the moving images on the screen. It was a different experience altogether. When in 1930s, when sound came to Indian Bollywood films, the complete industry changed. The business of sound recording, dubbing, voiceover artists, everything started developing. Music composers, music directors. It is the new demand for Bollywood film industry. With every technological change, Bollywood cinema has developed and evolved. When colors were introduced to Indian cinema, it used to be a complete black and white film and only one song used to be shot in color. It was a different mojo on that time. Color film stock development was not available in India. And then director, cinematographer has to take the color film stock to Europe to get it developed, processed, come back to India, edit it, join it to black and white stock and then release the film. This book also talks about the different aspects of Indian cinema. For example, literary adaptation. Ram Leela mythology and drama, Indian scriptures has heavy influence on Indian cinema. We can very well see the films of Bimal Roy, Gurudutt, Muzaffar Ali, Prakash Jha and even Vishal Bharadwaj. As time progressed, technology changed. There came a new milestone in Indian cinema, that is cultural specific films. We find many cultural specific films made in India. Also, the Indian cinema is greatly known for Indian great road movies, where the character mainly travels on the road, faces the hardships of life. His life changes, alters. And that is the drama. That is the job. The Indian great road films. Indian cinema also has a landmark of making films on politics and about politics. Films like Rajaniti to various other films which are made in India on politics or about politics. Indian films are also known for their item numbers. So how these item numbers came in Bollywood? What is the role of this item number? Is it only for business or is it a part of a narration? How these item numbers have added twists and turns to the story. how Indian Censor Board has worked, evolved and developed their strategies for Indian cinema. All these things are discussed at large in this particular book. Do tell me what you read, what you like and what you would like me to review. Put all your comments in comment box. I am waiting to read your comments. Happy reading.